Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Joanna, and I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to take these things and make a little sign. I have it upside down. I don't know what I was thinking about my camera angle. I don't know. But anyways, I got the chalk paint. I bought the stickers on clearance. They belong on your phone, but my phone won't take them. And then I have this box that I got from the dollar bins at Michael's. They have wood pieces that are actually nice, So anyways, I'm just going to take and snip the twine off. I done removed the hanger. I'll put it on later. But I want to get this twine off so it don't bunch. If I hang it on the wall, I don't want it to look funny. It'll be in my way. And then I get this pesky sticker off. I could have used my heat gun, but it came off pretty easy. So, no big deal. Then I'm going to take my sander and I'm going to sand it because this thing had a lot of little fuzzy splinters and whatnot on it. So I'm just taking my sander and I'm going to sand it down and get all those little things gone and smoothed out so I can paint it. Okay, so now it's all sanded, so I'm going to take my stickers before I paint it, and I get these at the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to line them up on the edge just to give it a little, dimension and decoration and cuteness. And I'm going to try to space these out as even as I can. I use tweezers to help me because they're sticking all to my fingers and everything else, and when I got my fat fingers in the way, then I can't see what I'm doing, so the tweezers helped a little bit. They were kind of annoying, but, it worked, and I got them on. Finally, now I'm going to take my white chalk paint and I'm going to paint it. I'm going to get in between each one of those little bead pieces or sticker pieces, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to give this, it took 2 coats of paint to paint it thoroughly, especially around the beads. But you want to be careful that you're not putting too much paint because then you'll just have blobs of paint up around your beads. So you want to go slow, give it 2 or 3 coats if you have to, but just make sure you don't pile up your paint and get it, kind of pooled or puddled or blobbed or whatever in the heck you want to call it. Alright, now I'm going to take this gray. It's chalk paint. I get it at Hobby Lobby. Don't ask me what color it is because I don't know what color it is. I don't remember. It's just light gray. And I'm going to go around my little beads to make them pop. You can see they show up a lot better once you start, putting the paint on it. And then, of course, I'm a distresser, so I'm going to distress my box with the same paint. You do not have to do this, y'all. It's yours. Do what you want to with it. I mean, you don't want to distress it, distressing ain't your thing, then don't do it, honey. By all means, paint it however you want to. I'm just here to show you what I'm doing and give you inspiration, but it's yours. Make it yours. Do what you want. I'm just a distressing kind of person, distressful person, whatever you want to call me. I don't really care. And now I'm just going to take that little sticker. I thought tweezers would help, but that just made it worse. But anyway, I just take my little phone decal, because I thought it was cute and I love sloths, and I put it down in there, and then I had to squeegee a couple air bubbles out that got trapped when I pushed it down. But anyway, there it is. It's cute. I like it. Now I'm just going to put my hanger back on, and I'm going to take this pokey tool from the Dollar Tree. This is the bigger one. And I'm going to just poke where my screws go. And then I try to set a screw, forgetting I had a magnetized screwdriver over here. And then I just put my screws in, and I am done. And this one came out so pretty. It's one of the blocks from the Dollar Tree, and I just took the sticker off. It came off like easy peasy. And then I'm gonna sand it because it was scruffy and prickly, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, I just want a smooth surface when I go to put this decal on here. So I'm wiping off the dust, and I'm using Waverly wax. I love this stuff. I'm taking baby wipes. I thought one would do it, but they were like super thin. So anyways, I'm just going to dip my baby wipes in the wax and spread it on the block. And I like doing it this way. One, because you don't have to take it off when you're done putting it on. It's watered. It spreads more even, and it's prettier in my opinion. So that's why I do it this way. Okay, so I cleaned my surface, got my block. I'm doing something I've never done before. I took my 505 basting spray, and I sprayed my stencil to make it sticky. Like I said, I've never done this before, so let's see how this goes. Dried it, and now I am going to take my stencil, and I didn't like all of these, so I'm just going to choose the ones that I like. I'm going to try to get it as even as I can and push it down. So far so good, but let's see, y'all. Okay, I'm going to try to take this. I'm using chalk paint, but I'm trying to use this little sponge, and I thought the best way would be to sponge it on there, but actually that was not working for me. You'll see in a minute. I can't handle it. I can't deal. So I get the Dollar Tree, I think it is. Nope, just one of my little stiff brushes, like a stiff stencil brush or distressing brush or whatever you want to call it. And that works so much better to pounce that paint down in there. And you have to really be careful if you do this, because you will get it on the sides. It's such a small little place to work with, but look how beautiful that is. Y'all, I was so excited. I wiped it off as I was going. I didn't want to wash it just yet because it was still sticky. But anyway, I'm going to pick them out and put one design on each side of my block. Okay, so now I'm done, and I'm just going to stick it to the plastic so that I can use it again. And there's my little block, and I'm in love. And I never could have done this just, holding it down. That would have never worked, but the adhesive worked wonders. Okay, this one I thought was like super cool. I'm going to make a little children's book. I'm using these wood planks from the wood pile from Hobby Lobby. And I have these alphabet stickers that are wall stickers, and I'm going to cut these boards in half. I used my miter saw. Bam! There they are. Okay, anyway, sorry. I just had to be dramatic for a minute. Okay, these are a little bit splintery, so you need to sand them down real good for your laminate and your stickers to stick well. I also rounded the corners so, you know, my granddaughter wouldn't get poked or whatever. So I do that on all of these, and then I'll be right back. All right, now all my sanding is done, and I'm going to lay my planks down in the way that they should go. And then I'm going to take my wall decals, and I'm going to take a plank, and I'm going to put my sticker on, you know, as even as possible. You know how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to leave a gap on the side. That's where I'm going to put a hole to, you know, make it a book like thing. And then I'm flip it directly over. But when I put my sticker on the other side, I'm going to move it opposite to the side that I put it, the first one on. You know, like, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. I just got to, you know, make that place for the hole. I know what I'm saying in my brain. It's just not coming out my mouth. Okay, I want her name on it to make the front cover. So I put one of the stickers on because I have to have a backing. Didn't want to leave it blank. Now on the front, I'm just going to write her name and ABCs. Okay, now, so I've never done this before. I've never used laminating paper in my life, but I got this laminating paper at Walmart. It's by Pen Gear, and I googled the heat temp for it. I don't have a laminator, so I have to use my heat press. You can use an iron if it's a small project, I do believe, but this is too big for a household iron. So I'm just gonna try to figure out how many of these little pieces I can get on here, but I can actually get this many. I didn't think I could, but I could get more. So anyways, you'll see when I put it on the press. But we press this at 360 for 120 seconds, and I'm going to take my parchment paper. I buy this at the Dollar Tree, and I use it when I do my sublimation. And I'm just going to rip a piece off, and it curls. So if you take your press, your iron, or whatever, and you hit it with a little bit of heat, it'll flatten your paper out so it's not curling on you. So I do this to 2 pieces. It says to put it on paper, but I also, it actually said, I think, to put paper over it, but I'm putting paper under it because I'm scared that it's going to stick to my press, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to put paper on top and bottom. Okay, so I'm going to open this up, and it feels really weird. It feels kind of like rubbery type thing. But anywho, I'm just going to lay my planks down on here, blocks, books, pages, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to space them pretty close because all I got to do is cut them apart when they're pressed. So I can actually get 4 in each row, which is good. It was more than I thought I could get when I was, you know, just fooling with it. But anyways, I put these on there, and then I pull my paper over, and then I'm going to press it for the 120 seconds that it said at the temperature that it said. Now it's time to pop this baby up and see what we got. I wanted to go slow because sometimes static lifts things up, so I'm going to try to flip it over, but wow, I dropped it. That sucker was hot. That's why, y'all. We're back. See, like, I'm like touching it really fast. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna put this back on here and press the other side just to make sure I got it on. Okay, so here we go. I don't know what I was thinking. It's still hot. Like, don't touch it. Duh. So anyways, I grabbed my gloves. These have like a silicone on one side of them. You can get some at the Dollar Tree. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree, but they're really, thick. They're good quality gloves. So anyways, that's what I had. And I just cut a piece off. I didn't want to use the whole thing and waste it, so I just cut a piece to fit my last two, and I'm going to repeat the process. They're done, and y'all, look how ugly them gloves are. Whatever, they work. Anyways, I'm just gonna press the other side, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with them. Okay, so now I have them back over at the table, and I'm gonna take my craft knife. This was one that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just put a regular X-Acto knife blade in it, and it works great. I also added a pencil gripper so that my hand wouldn't slip. But anyways, I'm just using this to cut between the little squares, and then I'll shape them up in a minute and get all that excess plastic off. But I tried to use scissors. That didn't enthuse me at all. So I went back to the little knife blade. I got my mat from the Dollar Tree because it was like making me cringe to pull that knife over that glass. So I'm using my cutting mat and cutting all these apart. Okay, so now I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to scrape off as much of the plastic as I can get off. If you're scared to cut your thumb, you can put a metal thimble on there or wrap it in tape. And I didn't have an issue. But anyways, try not to cut your wood. Just try to cut as much of the plastic off as you can. And then some of this footage got cut. That tool over there with the red handle is a leather punch, and you can use a drill, but the drill made it real scraggly, and then I had to sand one, so I chose not to drill it. This is a book clip, and it is a huge book clip, okay? And I got it at the Dollar Tree like 100 years ago. I don't even know. You might can find them in an office store this big, but I couldn't find them at Walmart. So I would check an office store. But anyways, I put super glue on it so it wouldn't come apart, because I didn't want it to come apart. And I had to clean this thing out when I punched holes so it would punch another hole. But anyways, that's what I used to punch my holes in there, and it was easy. You can use a crocodile. I didn't have one. I'm going to invest in one, but, anyways, that's what I done, and there it is. I just wanted to show you, another option if you can't find the clip, and that's to use a zip tie. Just when you put the zip tie on, don't pull it real tight, because it'll make the book spread out. And you want to clip it as close as you can. And then, you didn't see me because I wasn't on it, but take a sander and sand that nub down so it doesn't scratch, and that works just the same.